Thank you for turning to page 121. Today we're going to go again to the Dungeon Master's Guide, and we're going to take a look at a magic item I've always loved. I love giving these out as a DM. I'm not crazy about getting them as a player. And that is the Necklace of Missiles. A device of this sort appears to be nothing but a cheap medallion or piece of valueless jewelry due to special enchantments placed upon it. If a character places it about his or her neck, however, that individual can see the necklace as it really is. Golden missile globes depending from a golden chain. Each sphere is detachable only by the wearer. They can easily be hurled up to 70-foot distance. When they arrive at the end of their trajectory, they burst as a magical fireball. The number of missiles and the respective hit dice of fireball damage are determined on the table below. So on a 1 through 4, you would get 5 missiles, 5 hit dice missile, and 2 3 hit dice missiles. On a 5 through 8, you would get a 6 hit dice missile, 2 4 hit dice missiles, and 2 2 hit dice missiles. On a 9 through 12, you get a 7 hit dice missile, 2 5 hit dice missiles, a 4 hit dice missile. On a 13 to 16, you get 1 8 dice missile, 2 6 dice missiles, 2 4 dice, and 2 2 dice. On 17 or 18, you get 1 9 hit dice fireball missile, 2 7 hit dice, 2 5 hit dice, 2 3 hit dice. On a 19, you get a 10 hit dice fireball, 2 8 dice, 2 6 dice, 4 4 dice. And on a 20, you get an 11 dice fireball, 2 9 dice fireballs, 2 7, 2 5s, and 2 3s. So they further go on to say, for example, on a roll of 19, you'll possess 7 missiles, 1 7 dice, 2 5 dice, and 3 4 dice, 4 3 dice. The size will show that there's a difference between power in the globes, but the number of dice and damage each causes cannot generally be known. So you can't just tell by saying, oh, this one's huge, I'll throw it, that's going to be my biggest missile. The idea behind this is you don't know what you're throwing until you've thrown it. Now, that doesn't affect the area of effect. A 2 hit dice fireball, which is ordinarily not possible with use of the spell, the minimum you can do is 5, but a 2 hit dice fireball is the same volume, same area of effect as an 11 dice. So all it affects is the damage to the creatures within the area of effect. If the necklace is being worn or carried by a character who fails his or her saving throw versus magical fire attack, the item must undergo a saving throw check as well. If it fails to save, all remaining missiles detonate simultaneously. That can be very bad. I had that happen in a campaign at the old club I used to DM at, where I had given one of these out, and the player was very excited about it. And I hit the group with a fireball, and he failed his saving throw. And I said, "Hey, wait a minute! You've got a necklace of missiles. I need another saving throw for the necklace itself." And because the necklace is jewelry, I had it save as jewelry, which is about a 13 on a 20-sider. The necklace failed, and all the fireballs detonated. So for each fireball he had in there, I had him make a separate saving throw. So for instance, if I had rolled a 20 when I gave it to him, for instance, he would have to save versus the 11 dice fireball, the 2 9 dice fireballs, the 2 7 dice fireballs, the 2 5 dice fireballs, and the 2 3 dice fireballs, all saved for separately, all rolled for separately. Also, everybody within the area of effect, which is a 20-foot radius around the guy wearing the necklace, had to save versus all of those fireballs as well. It was not a TPK, but that was only because of the size of the group I was running at the time. There were about 14 people playing. I got about 6 with that detonation because, frankly, for a mid-level game, that's just an insurmountable amount of damage, even if you make your saving throw. I remember when I first got a necklace of missiles, I'd been playing a year or so, and I got it, and I was really excited about it until I actually studied it up and read what I was wearing, and I got rid of those missiles just as fast as I could. So for a while with that character, whenever there's an opportunity to throw a fireball, I yelled everybody, stand back, and I threw the fireball because there was no way I wanted this thing around my neck. I wanted to use it, and I knew I was taking a chance even wearing it the time I was, but I wanted to use it up pretty quick. And I did. I never had a problem with failing a saving throw or anything like that while wearing the actual thing. But it's a fun magic item, and it's fun to mess with your players because they're going to be torn. On the one hand, they're going to be dying to use this, and on the other hand, they're going to be terrified to be wearing it. And you can kind of take a good gauge of a player by seeing exactly how they respond to actually having this thing around their neck. You know what? I didn't check how much this is worth. Necklace of Missiles goes for $50 per hit die of each missile and sells for $200 per hit die. So the GM would have to calculate, or the DM would have to calculate the experience point value for that. But it can be quite valuable if you roll properly, or you'll roll nicely as the DM when you're giving this guy out. So, and the player, of course, can get a clue as to what the experience, what missiles are on there based on the experience points given. But it's not going to help them that much. And I've always allowed my players access to the DMG, and not that I could stop them anyway. They would simply just go home and read them. But I've never had an issue with it. I let them sit with a copy at the table while we play. It doesn't matter to me. So there you have it. That's a quick look at the Necklace of Missiles today from the Dungeon Master's Guide. I just want to say thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. Please leave any comments or questions or anything below. Take a look at the Patreon, see if you can do anything out to help out there. And I'll see you next time on page 121.